Recording. All right, let's see. Give a minute, see if anybody else decides to join us this morning.
Right on. Hey. Yeah, it started. It's okay. I'll do a good time, Jim.
Oh man! So you see that shit? They're investigating California, the federal investigators.
Yeah. Uh, yeah, I can't. I hope something comes out of that. That's pretty bad.
Yeah.
And then there's this new guy I just saw. His name's like Herb something. He's like, I guess he's voting for state. He's trying to get up votes for state controller. He straight up mentioned blockchain and ledger for like all of California's financials.
Hmm.
That's an interesting development.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to look into that.
I'll send you his stuff when I get a chance to take a look at it. But step in the right direction. But when does government like ever let? When is anything ever transparent?
Yeah, when does anybody ever get held accountable?
Yeah, exactly.
Options.
I think there was some chick here in San Diego. She got caught with laundering COVID funds, and she got like a retirement. She was just retired. It's crazy.
I feel like I remember hearing about that.
Yeah, some Mexican chick and her family.
Huh. Funny. All right. Well, hopefully some other people join.
Yeah, small one today.
Yeah. So let's just jump back in from where we took off last week with you. So we were talking about creating your pricing options for going in to do like corporate offices, doing multiple at a time, and your brand name. I know Anthony threw together a quick little logo for you. That was funny.
Yeah, that was great.
Yeah. So what did you work on this week?
Oh, I got the LLC all filed. It's official now.
Oh,
So
what name did
yeah,
you end up going with?
I went with Concierge Cuts. I think that's really professional, and it speaks to the right type of people who would want like a regular service.
Nice. That's awesome. I'm glad you were able to help bring that to life.
Yeah, seriously, like you guys really kind of like pushed me, and even coming to this meeting, like the last one was pretty good. I was like, man, all these guys are doing something cool. That Scott guy sounds smart as fuck. If I don't take action, like I can never say I really wanted to do something.
Yeah, it's I mean that's the secret right there is taking action. I mean you see all types. I think the most successful people I know aren't even the most intelligent because they don't overthink things. They just go, oh yeah, well, and then they just do
Funny thought.
that.
But yeah, we got that going. Just the pricing, that's fine. And then I'm doing some pros and cons on either getting a bus or a like a Ram or Ford transit van to operate out of. And I found a bus with all the fixins, like some other barber was trying to do this before and he kind of gave up. So
Ooh.
I'm gonna try and meet with him. If I can get a deal on that, I might just go with the bus.
Yeah, see if because that's something that's so specialized, it might be hard for him to get rid of. So if you don't have all the cash up front to buy it, see if he'll do terms with you and be like, I'll pay you $300 a month or something until it's paid off.
Right on, right on. Yeah, we'll see about that. What you wouldn't take like a loan because I always get like offers for like small loans.
I mean, if you can avoid paying somebody interest on your loan, that's always best.
Yeah.
But now that you have an LLC as well, once you put some business through it, like I don't know how much you did last year, but if you do that for like 6 months and prove that you have income going through it and just run every dollar that you make through it, then banks can give you loans for your business. They will take into account your personal credit and everything else like that as well. I don't know how that stands for you, but yeah, then you can do it through the business and it's not a personal, and you can usually get a little bit better rates or higher amounts.
Okay.
Yeah, because then like if you wanted to like make it super nice inside, you know,
Yeah, it definitely has to look good.
yeah. And you might not really want to take the leap on that until you kind of prove your concept a little bit to yourself. But once let's say you get the van, you do it for a little while, you're like, all right, this is working. It's like, but it'd be really nice to, just make this place just super classy. Like you make it a vibe and experience when people step into it. Then that's part of what people are paying for. It's even past the haircut. Sometimes it's worth it to go bigger on things like that than just being like, I'll just do a little bit here and there. Because you'll get better returns as far as returning customers. It's easier to advertise when like every square inch of your place is Instagrammable.
Yeah. It's like when you have a finished product and it just looks like the product that people are looking for. You just got to hit the nail on the head. But
yeah,
class is pretty easy to like emulate. Just need to put the work in.
Yeah, exactly. And you don't want to let perfection or the idea of perfection stop you from starting, because any step is better than no step. So you can't be like, buy it and then be like, all right, well, it's not perfect yet. I will need to do this and this on the inside before I want to start. Like don't do that. Like just jump right in. Because you'll find that wall just keeps getting moved back. Like, well, I need to do this, and then I need to do that, and then I need to do that. Or it's just getting started. So that's definitely something that happens to almost everybody at one point or another, and you don't even realize it. Like right now, Anthony is fighting that with some of his works with releasing it, and it's like, well, no, it needs another pass, or we need to do this, we need to do that, we need to add this, and it's like, yes, we do, but also we need to get a product out to sell. So it's like a balance, because you can't enter the market too shitty, because then no one can respect it, but you also can't make it be what your final version in your head is, because honestly you'll never get there in time for it to become relevant.
Well, making a move is more important than no move at all and waiting for perfection.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
It's like you can never I don't know if you play chess. I mean, obviously you do with battle chess, at least. But it's like you can't get the opponent in checkmate if you don't move some pawns. You don't move some pieces. Like you can imagine the perfect game in your head all day long, but if you don't move any pieces, you're never going to win the game.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah. Sometimes you lose a piece. Sometimes you throw a fucking rook out there and you're like, all right, this is going to be great. And then somebody kills it. And you're like, fuck, lost that. But, we just keep moving.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you, so I guess probably the next part of your adventure is building the brand around Concierge Cuts.
Yeah, I guess so. Like, what is that, building a brand? I've never been much of a marketer.
So it's pretty simple. It's a few, we'll call them like brand pillars that you need to come up with, and they're just what you base everything around. So we like to do like brand sheets or brand guides when we work with people, It's so basically you take like the logo, you got to create a logo, but then the logo is based on, so like we want it to feature like these 3 colors, and then you can actually get codes for the colors.
Oh, okay.
And so then you write those down, so then anytime you're doing anything, you have those exact colors. And then you pick out a couple of different fonts that you like, that you think represent your brand really well. You write down what fonts you use. So you probably use one for, like, there's probably going to be a font for your logo or like any signage, with like Concierge Cuts, and then another font for anything that's like type. So like your pricing and menu items, things like that. And just having those tools get you pretty far. And then kind of being like, what do you want the atmosphere to be? Do you want it to be Peaky Blinders? Do you want it to be, kind of edgy, old school, old world, like straight razor shave? Or do you want it to be more like up class, like what is it, like the Roaring '20s style, like Gatsby, like a little bit brighter, fancy, but a little bit of like dark underworld tones.
Yeah.
Like, so you just want to kind of imagine, like, so when people step into your brand, like imagine stepping into your business, like stepping into a room. How do you want them to feel when they experience your brand, when they step into your business and they see everything? Like, what kind of music is playing? What does it smell like? Do you have TVs? What's on the TVs? Like, is it sports? Is it like travel and adventure stuff? Is it just like something in the background, like a fancy fireplace, create more cozy feeling? Is it like mechanics shows where they're working on cars?
Oh, wow.
Like all of these details, and you can get down to like just exactly how you want it, and that's basically what you build your brand around. And then another way to approach it is going from the customer standpoint, and you basically build a customer model. So you say, this is Tom. Tom is 34. He works the main job during the day and highlights as a DJ on Saturday nights. And he has a kid and an ex-wife, and he likes to go surfing in the mornings when he can get out. He wears these kinds of clothes. He drives this kind of car. He has this much in his bank account. And you just build a model of your exact customer that you want, and then you try to align those. Because it's like what you're saying, and the other one is what they're hearing. So you want to align what you're saying with what your perfect customer wants to hear. So it gets a little bit complicated in that way. But where you see brands fail is where those don't align with who people think they're talking to, and what they think they want to hear is wrong.
That's a difficult concept to grasp.
Yeah, that's pretty much everything, like digital marketing in a nutshell. So like running advertisements, like we can use ads as an easy way to break it down. So when you run an advertisement, you tell them what demographic you want to see the ads, right? So like this area, this type of people, and they like these different types of things. And then when you're writing your copy for the ad, that's your voice. So you chose this circle of people that you want to talk to. Now you have to choose what you want to say to those people, and then those need to align.
All right.
All right. Looks like we did
so high performance professionals. Yo, stop.
Top of the morning.
Top of the morning to you as well.
How do you do?
Doing pretty good.
Good.
We were just going through Concierge Cuts plans to build his brand. That's something Scott has spent tremendous amounts of time doing, is brand building as well.
Ow.
Yeah, so we'll catch you up, Scott. John decided to go ahead and go with Concierge Cuts, and he registered his LLC last week.
Oh, that's great. That's a great name.
Yeah,
Thanks. I think
Oh,
it's
yeah,
very
congrats.
palatable.
Yeah, it's inviting.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. Better than wig split.
I mean, you can still put blood on the logo, just subliminal messaging.
Put on my sleeves when I cut your hair.
Murder weapons in the background.
a little bit
Yeah,
of Demon Barber of Fleet Street vibe going on there.
There you go.
Be like, you come in for a cut, you might lose your head, but
yeah.
But at least the head will have a great haircut.
yeah,
All I cut is art students.
you look good in the casket, bro. That's all that matters.
That's great. Nice, man. Congrats.
Thank you. I just took the step.
First step is taking the first step.
Oh yeah,
But yeah,
yeah.
going over some
So,
marketing.
yeah, so we were talking about how to figure out his brand. So we kind of went over like your core pillars, how to create like a customer avatar, and then kind of lining up who you want your customer to be with what your brand is saying to them.
Totally. Yeah, it sounds like such like a busy work step, but it's so important. Like thinking about, who specifically those people are that you're targeting and like what they actually really like and relate to, down to like the smallest little thing, like the trend going on within that niche and stuff. Like that was always something I wish I could go back and do more of. So yeah, I agree with Craig. That's pretty important.
How many different brands do you think you've helped launch, Scott?
Oh God. 60 plus.
60?
Wow.
Not on my own, but I don't know, under 10 on my own.
You've been doing this for a living?
I was doing it for a living for 15 years.
Oh yeah, you used to do marketing. I always forget that.
Yeah, I was doing marketing and I was doing white label manufacturing. So a lot of people would call us for private label brands, people thinking about launching brands. And we would basically help them build out their product, build out, what their shelf placement's going to look like, who they're targeting, a lot of that stuff.
Wow. You think the game's changed a lot with AI and everything, or were you kind of around for like the introduction of it?
I was there for the introduction, but it was doo-doo when I was still doing this. So I mean, you could try and get a logo out of it, and the logo that's like half-assed is kind of the best you would get out of it. It's night and day now.
It's come a long ways, but it still hasn't come far enough to be the solution. You still need to spend a lot of hours as a creator to get things done properly. It's really good for concepting and for like analytical or research work.
Yeah, I think it should be that way though. That way it keeps a heavy human hand in the making,
Yeah, like I use AI in these meetings, but I just use it to create a transcription. And then I take that transcription and I have it do like a review, a summary, and categorize everything into bullet points. So then I can use all of that for like blogs or social media posts. So
Brilliant.
it makes that really simple.
It's actually a really big AI summit today that I'm going to hop on. I've got, right after this, I got to head down and get like a little lab tab, a little blood panel. But I think it already started. There's like a free AI summit all day with some big names on there.
Oh, I think
And one of them is Neil Patel, who's a big marketer, big SEO guy.
yeah, he's one of the heavy hitters. That guy pretty much started SEO.
Oh, seriously? Yeah.
Like, he's like, this is what SEO is, and this is how you game it.
Mm-hmm.
Neil Patel.
Yeah, what is his? It's SEMrush? Is that his?
No, he had
Ahrefs?
no, it was neither of those. He was more on like the face side of it and like creating the blogs and stuff. He had a tool that he made that was like a super dumbed down, simple version of those with less analytics, more for like the everyday consumer trying to get into SEO.
Okay.
But all the concepts he would write about.
Yeah. So once you get your website built, John, that's when you want to start researching SEO. For now, I wouldn't worry too much about it.
SEO.
Yeah, so it's called search engine optimization, and it makes you
I've
stand out on Google. So with
heard about this.
since you're a hyper local business model, we'll focus on doing what's called local SEO, which helps you get found on Google Maps above other options in your area.
All right.
So like if people go into Google and type in barber near me or haircut near me or anything like that, then you'll pop up as one of the top options if you do it right.
Yeah, there's like some kind of little setting thing in the when you make your Google profile, like where you can input all these keywords once people search them. Yeah, I've heard about that. I've never like looked into it too much before.
Yeah, so those keywords are how you target. So there's different ways to use them. So like on your website in your marketing, you'll want to use these keywords. So, barbershop, haircut, fresh cut, anything you can come up with. And then there are tools you can go online and then look at which keywords are searched the most, like which ones people are using the most to find their haircut solutions.
Okay.
And then you'll take those words and then you'll place them all over your website. You'll put them in every piece of marketing that you use and just absolutely everywhere. And then that's what's going to help you rank above, one of the things that's going to help you rank above other people when they're searching for you.
Wow. Brilliant.
Yeah, any place that gives you an option to type in any keywords, keyword phrases, search terms, any place you can do it. Even when you're uploading images to your website, what you name your images counts in different SEO because those will come up in Google image search and stuff like that. So the more keywords you plug in there, and not just keywords, but combinations of keywords into keyword phrases like barbershop in San Diego, stuff like that. Those all come into play. Anywhere you can put it in there. There's certain social media aspects that aren't searchable, but they're getting like more and more are becoming searchable, especially LinkedIn. But yeah, we can always dive deeper into that.
Yeah, YouTube is a good one if you're going to post videos, and you can do YouTube Shorts as well. But YouTube is owned by Google, and B, its content is what's called evergreen versus a timeline feed. So like Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, that's all, it'll show you a mix of viral and new posts. So anything that's old is impossible to find. But YouTube, since it's evergreen, it's basically just a giant pool of content. And when you search for things, it uses keywords, just like searching on Google does, to find relevant videos. And then there's also a mix of how much people view video, like a video, interact with it, and how relevant it is to the search. But that's a place where your keywords are going to be heavy as well.
All right. Excellent. Yeah, I do like YouTube a lot. I already use YouTube, so I'll probably go with that and make some figure out how to make short content or something.
Okay. And then when you're doing YouTube, there's a couple tools that I like to maximize your searchability. One is called vidIQ, VIDIQ. And it actually connects directly with your YouTube and tells you exactly what keywords to use, comes up with like ratings, scores on how well your copy is written out, your title, like your title card, everything, and tells you how well it's going to perform before you even post. And then using any AI can help with that as well, just for writing things out. If you don't want to show, I think VidIQ is like $50 a month or something stupid like that. But if you're doing heavy YouTube, it's worth it. But
Okay. I'll have to check it out. Okay, so for building the website, I'm just going to have to do a lot of research on these concepts and then put them into work. Okay.
yeah, and I can answer any questions for you in the Discord chat as well. If you get stuck. I think I mentioned last week I'd recommend using Wix because they'll give you like pre-built websites pretty much that you can just kind of tinker and change and make your own.
Yeah, I have to get into Wix, and then I'm working on transferring my license to Texas. So
Oh, that's right.
yeah, I'm doing that move too. So juggling a few things, but I think I'm gonna have to should I like work on the products here or just like focus on like moving it, or should I just start building it here and then move to Texas and continue doing it with a more finished product?
I don't know. I mean, I can tell you, I just moved this year, and it took me to get through the move and settled before I could really start building this company again or doing anything. So, like, I tried to do as much work as I could before I left, but then everything just got put on pause for a while. I mean, I'm happy I did the work I did before, but you know, it was farther along when I got back to it. But definitely don't hold it against yourself if you have to step away for a little bit. If you start, then have to step away to take care of moving, because that's a big move.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's gonna be a big one.
When do you move?
I'm planning for the beginning of next year. We're gonna be on the way. Yeah.
Well, yeah, absolutely. You honestly, if you're not moving for a year, you can get this business up and going. If you can get that van. Oh yeah, Scott. He's looking for a van to do a barbershop in. Scott knows all about building out vans. But dude, think about this. You could build this out, get a van going here, build the brand, and then either sell it to somebody else or hire somebody to work in it and make you money in San Diego while you're in Texas. Or you could start making so much money that you're not going to leave.
That'd be nice.
So, I mean, a year is a long time. If you hustle and work your ass off, I've seen lots of people go from nothing to making at least, you know, sub $100,000 in a year when they get their idea locked in and they just charge.
Right on. Yeah, I was thinking because like if we had like the full year, I have the time. That's a lot of time to put into this. So I feel like it'd be a good investment of time to get it going.
Yeah, just start with the non-localized stuff. Start with getting your website content down. Anything that doesn't have to do with a geographic territory.
Oh, okay.
And even if you get that foundational site down and just up and running, you can always just start making blogs. Like, I know blogs sound stupid, but it's pretty much the backbone to search SEO, because think about a blog, which is basically just an article you write and you post on your own website. Think about a blog as just being an extension of your website. So when people are searching and Google scans your site to see, you know, what search terms are on your site that may be applicable to what these people are looking for, you're limited because your site is typically static. You've created the content for it. It's there. This is your site. But when you add blog articles, think of it as extending your website and extending the content on your site. So you could have blog articles like, why should I get my haircut in a van? Or, you know, like just stuff like that. And then you're plugging in more keywords.
Okay. So like, oh, that's actually really good. Okay. So
Yep.
then I just pretty much generate all the questions they would ask, and then there's these keywords that exist, and it would just help with the search.
Right. And I mean, the questions part can also be integrated into an FAQ section. So like any question that you can think of, you can always have an FAQ, frequently asked questions page on your website, and just answer all those questions. But blogs could also be things like, 2026 haircut styles in Texas, or 2026 haircut styles in the Southwest, just stuff like that, to keep your site relevant and keep adding content.
Yeah.
It's busy work, but it helps.
I mean, all I got is time, and I got to use it wisely.
There you go.
All right, I think I'll just start making a bunch of articles on the benefits and like efficiency that van cuts offer and stuff like that.
For sure.
Yeah, and that's something. Sorry, Scott.
No, I was just gonna say, think of it from what the customers would be asking, not like explaining your business, not like why your business is attractive to like to other businesses. It's more like focusing on what are things that would concern the people that would be giving you money for those haircuts.
Okay.
And those are good questions to utilize AI for, because you can say, hey, I'm starting a mobile barbershop, and we drive to people's businesses or domiciles, and they come out and get their haircut, and say, what are all of the benefits or disadvantages or questions that people would come up with? And they'll come up with all sorts of crazy shit. But it'll really help you just see a whole bunch of different options for writing blogs or answering questions that you might not be able to come up with. And it'll do it really quickly. It'll take like 5 minutes, and then you'll have months worth of things that you can write about.
All right, hell yeah. Brilliant. Man, I'm really glad I came to this thing.
Greg knows his stuff.
I never would have had a thought past what I had in my head. That's pretty good. Thank you.
So what do you think you're going to work on this week?
I believe I'm going to do some research into SEO and the brand. I've already decided I kind of want to do it like a modern Art Deco kind of look.
Sorry.
Look, yeah, that is very appealing. But make it a little more modern. And then, Wix is pretty easy. It's right there. So I'll see what I can get done on that.
Nice. And then, yeah, if you need help, like logo design or anything, you can talk to us in Discord. Also, you can get, if you have like basic concepts, you can just go on Fiverr and you can get people to make you logos for like 10-15 bucks. And it might not be like exactly what you want, but it's a good place to start. And then someday go find somebody that will charge you like $200-$300 and they'll make you a really fucking good one, but you don't need that to start. Like Scott worked with one of the best graphic designers I've ever met in my life for years. And the guy was brilliant, but he would also take like 6 months to come up with a design sometime.
It depends on how interested he was, but I'm guessing he's a little quicker now that AI has probably taken half his business.
Man,
probably.
Yeah, because he was working off referrals alone. He was doing zero marketing, and he was staying very busy.
And he bought himself a chunk of land in Washington mountains off the money he made doing it.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
No hate in the game.
Yeah.
I wonder if
he is the best graphic designer I've personally ever worked with or met.
Yeah. What was his name of the guy he worked with? Jared?
Oh, yeah, which was funny. I think I told you this, but yeah, Jared was my first website designer I ever had when I was like 20. And he rebranded. And 10 years later, after I met Derek, and Derek built out one of my first brands ever, They randomly met in Seattle, didn't know that they had worked together with like me. And then they ended up moving in and becoming business partners.
Yeah, he started like it was a cannabis magazine or something, right?
Oh, Jared? Yeah. So Jared, when I met him, he had Mersky Media, which was like he was just a graphic designer, website builder, and he was doing that. So he built out my first SEO company's website. And then when he was building up my website, he was like, check out this project I'm working on. And he pulls up his new website. It was called onlinemarijuanadesign.com in Seattle. And it was like the first weed marketing website on the planet. And he had like a weed maps, like homepage sort of deal way before weed maps. So he was crushing it. He was fucking raking it in. Like Seahawks Stadium, he had the building next to Elysian at the stadium. Like he was fucking crushing it.
Wow.
And then further down the road, he decided to rebrand to Wick and Mortar.
That's right, Wick and Mortar.
Yeah.
It was a brilliant name.
Yeah, they were doing well.
Yeah. Weed marketing, huge in Washington, I'm sure.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Now everything just looks the same though. So and now it's like hand out flyers for 50% off weed, and that's the extent of it.
All right. I've got something I want to concept to the two of you. If that's all right.
Yeah, please.
All right. So John already told about this a little bit. So Scott, I've been working on how to kind of make this a little bit more of a business. I know Scott, I've tried to recruit you to come help a little bit. So I'm thinking about launching a text message consulting service. So instead of sitting down for an hour at a time or whatever, charging people $150, it's like, depending on the level of service right now, I've got a $3 a day, $5 a day, or $8 a day option. You get billed weekly. And then, so it comes with, it's basically like an accountability system. So they can send us a certain amount of text per day that
Great name.
can help. But also like a little bit of morning motivation, following up on their goals, what they want to get done. So really just like an accountability service as much as anything, but also they can ask questions and get some
Interesting. Are you going to build it like a workflow in AI, or what's your plan?
So, I mean, to start, everything's just going to run through me, or if you want to help, you as well. And then just every day text people depending on what plan they have. There's some like life optimization worksheets that I've worked on over the years that we can work with people with. We're like, all right, these are the 3 things you say you're going to do every day. At the end of every day, we follow up and be like, how much did you get done? And at the end of every month, we can be like, all right, so your goal A, you got done 70%. Goal B, you were at 83% for the month. Goal C, you were only at 45%. And then so it gives us a metric to work off of, like, all right, how much did your business grow? How much did you actually get done? And all of that. On top of just having somebody to keep tabs on you.
Interesting.
Yeah, so super low cost consulting. Because I mean, honestly, like, how often do you really need to talk to your consultant about things? Like, you're either somebody that like, you just, like, how much do you really need to do every day? Like, if you build everything up for a month and you go through a few hours of stuff, like, that's cool, but that's not how businesses get built. It's more like little pieces here and there throughout the day. It's also
What
super
I'm
expensive.
finding, like super helpful is when like all these little key points that you give me, and then I can take these information and then 1, learn about it, and then 2, apply it to myself and then expand on it. I think I like the talks because I think that's needed for a deeper understanding if I'm not getting something or the internet searches aren't working out. But that can be an additional product too. Like you can put in like 1 30-minute talk for an additional $15 a week or something like that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I've been thinking about that as well. Just like how to separate the what you get for each package. So this is a point for you to consider as well in your pricing, John. Is you always want to do like 3 price points. Some people do more, but you have like your low, your basic, then your medium one, which is like what you want most people to order. But then you have something that's got a really high price, which is like your top tier service. Not you don't want everybody to get it, but it's nice when they do because you make a shit ton of money off of it. But that's called a price anchor. So like you'd say you have like your average cut, you want people to be like $60. It's like a beard trim and a haircut. Then below that you've got your like $40, which is either a beard trim or a haircut. But then you've got like your $120 option. So just having that $120 option makes that $60 option seem way more affordable.
You're talking $100 million money models?
Yeah, I mean, everybody does it. Look at every single big program that you sign up for. They always have multiple tiers that sign up for, but the middle tier or one of the middle tiers is always really what they want you to go for or what they expect people to go for.
Totally. With the option of, oh shit, this person just bought the the most expensive one. Let's ride.
Yeah, like you see it all the time in programs and SaaS. They'll be like, there's like the free, which gives you barely anything. It just lets you try just to see if you like it. And then you have like the $20 a month option, which is like, cool. And then you have like a $40 or $50 option. But then they'll be like, and this one's $2,000 a month for full, corporate build out of your stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And then like I'm doing that with our stuff because you can still book us hourly, $150 an hour, or you can hire us to build your website or write a business plan, but that's like $5,000 to $20,000.
Mm.
Or you can spend $3 a day to text message with us.
And the recurring payments is probably the best structure to get because then it's like a recurring payment every week, adds up, and it doesn't appear too much when you do the initial purchase.
Yeah, exactly. And since everything that we're doing here is around building a community and just really trying to help people, like there's got to be an affordable option. I mean, like starting a business, like you're starting, you don't have a ton of cash flow, but $90 a month to get you direct access to your mentor every day is a pretty good deal, I feel like, versus being like, all right, pay me $150 and I'll talk on the phone with you for an hour.
Yeah.
Tough thing is looking at the other side of it is the time it'll take you to text is one thing, but the time it'll take you to research and answer questions is another. So $90 a month, but how long did it take you?
Yeah, but that's why some of it is outgoing as well. It's like using our system for checks and balances to make sure you're keeping up with your goals, to make sure you're reaching your goals. A little bit of the morning motivation text. It's like, hey, good morning. Here's a famous person that said something cool. Get on with your day. Get started.
For sure. Yeah, the setup time. Just getting through the setup time. And then once you get that foundation, you plug and play. But that initial creation will definitely be some time.
Yeah. And I've been trying to work through some scaling issues, but honestly, I'm trying not to worry about it too much right now.
Yeah, just dig in. Start working on it. Something will
I
come.
run out of time, then I'll hit that bottleneck when I hit it.
Absolutely.
But yeah, I don't know. You guys
Go, dude. Prove that concept.
Yeah. I think it could work.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. Anything you want to get off your chest, Scott?
What do I want to get off my chest? Just started my finance 5 something class yesterday, and it's going to be a nightmare. For real, this lady has an hour to talk. She's like, This is totally business unrelated. I'm just venting. She's like, all right, well, this chapter, this one's going to be a tough week. She's like, you have 2 chapters for a couple hundred pages, plus you have to go through all of my PowerPoint slides where there's over 100. And she pulled up a few of the slides yesterday. All the slides are like top to bottom text. I'm basically going to be nose glued to the book all week, every week for the next month and a half.
Damn.
Yeah.
This is a finance class?
Yeah, I'm taking my MBA right now. I don't know why, but I decided to go back to school, so I'm just hammering that out online.
Man, yeah. It's worth it. The work's worth it.
Yeah, I think so. Some of it is, some of it's not, but it's a few letters next to my name.
Yeah, I think with where your skill set is, I think that getting your MBA is very smart.
Thanks, bro. Yeah, it's just another like checkbox, I swear.
I mean, you're on track to, I think, be a professional CEO, just like your dad.
In due time.
In due time, indubitably. You've already been a CEO.
Yeah, appreciate that, man.
Yeah. Now you're just putting letters next to it. People.
All right. Next, now I just got to figure out the next idea. That's been the toughest, is just coming up with an idea that you're like, okay, I've thought about this. I have the spark. Now it's like I'm passionate enough to like commit the time to just do it. You know, that's the hardest thing, is coming up with that idea.
It's especially hard after you got burned so hard, because, I mean, you have to spend so much time and energy on any idea, no matter what idea it is, no matter how great it is, to make it a reality.
Right.
It's just knowing what it took to make it a thing. Like, it took 5 years at least until you were like a real business.
Took some time. Definitely took some time.
Yeah.
And then once you go down that path once, you really know what it takes.
Yeah, it's almost harder the second time and more, because you know what it took, and you're like, well, I know how much pain is going to be involved.
I know. And then just like being able to put your head down and commit the time.
Yeah, I think that's why it took me so long to come back around to doing this, my true calling, helping small businesses.
Mm-hmm.
This
has always been your thing.
Yeah. And I was like, I'll do some other stuff for a while because I'm burned out on this.
Well, the more you go around, the more experience you get, the more streamlined you get to avoid those. So I think it'll just get better and better the more you put your head into it. I mean, it only can get better, right?
Right. Yeah, you know what to look out for. You go through life's learning curve.
Yeah, we know what the quicksand looks like and the vermin of incredible size.
ROUSs. Well, I gotta get taking my son to school, so I'm gonna have to duck out pretty soon.
Oh yeah,
for sure.
About to wrap up, anyways. So let me just end with our famous quote here. Winston Churchill: "Success is not final, failure is not fatal. It is the courage to continue that counts." How apt
Look at that
for our last conversation.
Beautiful words.
All right, gentlemen, thank you for joining us, and hopefully we'll see you both next week.
All right, homies.
All right,
good chatting.
See you guys later.
See you, bro.
Later.